broadcast headset microphones in all of our 21 years on the air, as a matter of fact, are these. And if you look close, you see Sennheiser. And our next guest sells some very expensive consumer gear and some really cool products on a regular basis, in addition to these professional broadcaster headset mics. They're here to tell us about what they're showing at CES. The director for business segments for Select and Audiophile, ooh, that's pretty cool stuff, with Sennheiser, is Maurice Quarré. Close?
Perfect.
Hi, Maurice. Welcome into tomorrow. Welcome back. You were with us in Berlin, as a matter of fact, and we got to meet and chat with you there. You guys showing some pretty cool stuff, as always, here at CES as well, getting a lot of attention. Something called Orpheus, Sennheiser Orpheus. What's getting so much attention?
Well, I think the main part about the attention is we did an Orpheus headphone in 1991 already.
Uh-huh.
So it's the second generation. It's a tube amplifier with an electrostatic headphone.
So first of all, a tube amplifier. Now
Yes.
that's, you got audiophiles' attention around
Right
the world
away.
right now. Wait,
Right
did he
away,
just
yes.
say tube amplifier?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
It warms the cockles of my heart and warms the cockles of your amplifier too, because they're tubes.
Exactly.
But we're talking about awesome quality for audio now as well.
Yeah. I mean, what we say and what we believe 100% truly, it's the world's best again. I mean, the first Orpheus from 1991 still has the setup of the world's best headphone. We wanted to challenge ourselves. So around 10 years ago, we went on and said, okay, we want to make it even better than what we did in 1991. So it took us quite a while, of course, to find out what is the right transducer setup, how should we do it, and then combining it with tubes. You know, finding good tubes nowadays is not as easy as in the early 90s or 80s or even 70s.
Let alone finding the tube amplifiers. It's like, okay, great, but now we need tubes for them.
Exactly.
And not a lot of companies are making them. Huh?
No, not a lot of company. And to make the audiophiles even more happy, the old Orpheus had 6 tubes. Now we aimed it up to 8.
Wow.
So you get a lot of tubes in that amplifier. So
and why do more tubes make a difference?
Well, the overall setup is, I mean, tubes gives it a very special sound.
Very rich.
Electrostatic is the way to go, right? So to have the tubes in there, but also to combine it with modern technology, so you can go in with analog connectivity, digital connectivity, even USB connection, whatever you need. And then having the electrostatic headphone, which of course is also an update from the old setup. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, if you look at it with the material choices we did with marble, gold, platinum, aluminium drilled parts, everything together. And what you may show later in the video is that you have the magic moments, which is very important for us in nowadays setup. So you not just only get an amplifier and a headphone, you actually get a setup when you switch it on. The switches are moving out of the marble, the tubes are rising up of the tube connection setup, and even the headphone has a box in that system. The box opens up and getting presented to you.
And of course, those listening on the radio have no fear, because as you're hearing Maurice talk about these things, Chris is showing them to you because he's making a beeline to their exhibit. For some reason, they couldn't bring this into the broadcast booth, and you'll see on this video why. But what's really cool about this is that not only you have these special effects, but you have this incredible, rich sound.
Yes.
So this tube amplifier, now connected to some great Sennheiser headphones,
yes,
really completes the package, right?
Yeah, it's a combination of all. I mean, the tubes gives it the warm, rich sound. Then we have normally you lose a lot of power through the connection line for the headphones. But these headphones have amplifiers on the left and right ear side as well.
The headphones have amplifiers, not tube.
No, the
tubes are in the amp there.
Yes, but the headphone itself also have MOSFET amplifiers. So we have a 200% power gain in the headphone itself.
Oh my God.
And with all the settings and selections of parts we did, we have the lowest harmonic distortion ever. It's 0.01%.
Oh, gee.
At
People
1
have
kilohertz.
dreamed about achieving that, and you've done it. Yeah.
Exactly, and I think very special for an electrostatic system with amplifiers is you put it on and you don't hear anything. Normally you have a small hum noise or a small hiss noise, something.
It's
you
pure silence.
Absolutely.
Wow. Oh, amazing. Now, here's the reason for audiophiles, of course, to be understandably very excited about it. But for the rest of us consumers, you got to save up. This is how much?
It will be roughly around $55,000.
$55,000.
Yes.
So if you don't need that new luxury car, but instead you're a true audiophile and you want to look at some of the most incredible things, you've got to check that out at Sennheiser.com, the Sennheiser Orpheus. But we're fast running out of time because we're so blown away by the Orpheus. But tell me about the ones that you did bring to the broadcast booth, the HD 800s. These are awesome looking headphones.
Yeah, this is the setup or the next generation. These are the HD 800S. So what we have done is the HD 800 is already one of the best headphones in the world, but it is very, very analytic. So if your sound recordings are not perfect, the HD 800 will show you it's not
really?
perfect.
You're going to say,
you will hear it right away.
There are my errors.
The 800S,
high definition drivers, and wow.
The 800S is more forgiving. So we have reduced the peak at 4.5 to 5 kilohertz. We gave it some more lower frequency range, and overall a more full body sound reproduction and more forgiving. So even your recording is not the best, this one gives you a listening pleasure for hours and hours to come. And to make sure that when you have both at home, you don't mix them up, it's actually black.
Oh, these are black.
Yeah, the 800s are silver, these ones are black, so it's very easy to distinguish.
Well, they're very cool looking, and I like the comfortable ear pads and everything. These are certainly closed-in headphones, so you're going to hear your sound the way it was meant to be heard.
Exactly.
Very nice looking. Are they available now?
Yeah, available.
And for how much in US dollars?
I think in the US it's $1,600 US.
$1,600.
Yeah.
Okay, far less expensive than Orpheus, but and still Sennheiser quality.
But no amplifier.
Yeah, exactly. No tube amplifier at the other end. So, whatever you put into it, though, is going to sound amazing. Check it all out at Sennheiser.com. We will, of course, link you there when you visit us at IntoTomorrow.com. Maurice, as always, a delight having you on the show. You guys keep making cool things, and we're going to keep talking about them.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Always a pleasure being here.
We'll look forward to getting you back on the program again. We are also coming back with more exhibitors from CES 2016. I'm Dave Graveline as Into Tomorrow continues our 21st year at CES here on the Advanced Media Network.